Hello. Oh. Welcome. We are currently here at Weird the Al Yankovic Story. People have just begun to arrive. Excited. I know no one has really seen this movie besides the people at TIP. I was able, luckily, got to watch it earlier this week. It's absolutely wonderful, so I'm super excited to ask a lot of the talent be arriving later tonight some questions about the movie. Right here we have Arturo Castro, who's in the movie. Down the carpet. I don't know if you could see him yet, but he's very well dressed. I'm excited to ask him some questions about the upcoming stuff he's in and also his part in this. Hello, Mr. Castro. I'm Reese. Nice to meet you.
Reese, hello. Nice to meet you as well. Mr. Castro, I got that old. Good job. This is your camera?
What's that? We're over here.
Oh, wonderful. Got it.
But yeah.
Hi.
Hello. They're going to be taking photos. But I wanted to ask you some questions about the movie. So the first is, do you remember your first experience hearing a Weird Al song or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. It was Amish Paradise was the one that I got hooked on. I was in Guatemala, and it was like playing everywhere in Guatemala. The translated version is even stranger.
I imagine.
We'll do it at the end of the show.
Gotcha. And then another thing I wanted to ask is, how did this movie get to you? And when did you know that you wanted to be a part of it?
When I was a small boy growing up in Guatemala, somebody told me one day I would be with Weird Al. No, they sent me the script, and I thought it was hilarious. And I've always wanted to play a thirsty Pablo Escobar. And they were like, yeah, not to spoil it. But and once they sent me a script and the opportunity to work with Al and with Dan and all of these guys at Funny or Die, I couldn't pass it up, you know.
No, I feel you. And is there anything that you think people going into the movie should brace themselves for, should expect, or anything like that?
It's a very deep, dark drama, and I don't think enough people talk about it. Just filled with long tracking shots of the wall while violin plays in the background. It's a tearjerker, and I don't think people expect it, so.
No, Kubrick is shaking somewhere far off.
It's a horror film.
But yeah, no, thank you so much. You were wonderful in it, and yeah. Have you not?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is very exciting. It's great.
I'll see you,
yes.
See you on the other side. Thank you.
So we are making our way further down the carpet. That's Arturo Castro. He's also in a movie called The Menu coming out in a couple of weeks, which I'm very excited for. Up next, we have Erica Pelt, who's the writer and director of the movie. Hello. Oh, please do. Yes, yes, yes. So sorry. We have the writer and director coming up next. Sorry. He's wearing a very cool suit. Well, we still have a lot of people left to arrive. Right now, we're still waiting on the principal cast. Mr. Radcliffe has yet to make his way onto the premises. But do you want?
I mean, it's insane. I would have never believed that I would be here.
Now, Daniel Radcliffe, he totally transforms in this. He really becomes Weird Al. What was it like watching that process as the director and seeing his physical transformation?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, his level of commitment in this movie is unparalleled. He learned how to play the accordion. I mean, I would count that as part of his transformation.
Yes. Well,
learning to play the accordion.
And the internet kind of exploded when the trailer dropped because of his ripped physique. So was that a requirement?
And right now, Mr. Lin-Manuel Miranda just arrived on the carpet. He makes a very wonderful appearance in the film. Hello. Nice to meet you. We're live right on this camera over here.
Hello, internet.
Yes. So first off, I watched the movie earlier this week. Wonderful. Truly so much fun. I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is there anything you'd like to tell the viewers before they watch? Anything they should expect? Anything they should, I guess, any expectations going in that you think that you should have for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think viewers can expect a really funny, crazy, wild ride. But the surprising thing that I want The takeaway from it is that it's got a lot of heart, and it feels like a real biopic story, even though it's, we took some artistic liberties and not everything is yeah, not everything is true, but that they're going to get like a good, surprising, fun story out of this as well.
The next thing I wanted to ask is, this movie was shot rather quickly. I guess I just wanted to kind of hear your thoughts on that, what it was like making a movie in such a quick turnaround, it coming out so great, like it's really incredible.
Thanks. Yeah, 18 days we shot this movie in, which was pretty insane. I think I had to do I had to make a lot of editorial decisions when we were prepping the movie to really get us prepared to shoot it. I had to be very economical with how I was going to do things. But really, like, the cast and crew and everyone's level of commitment is how we pulled it off. Everyone that worked on this from top to bottom treated it like a passion project. So everyone was a huge Weird Al fan, and it was just like 18 days seems crazy and stressful, but it was like a real joyous experience the entire time.
And it shows. It really shows that everyone genuinely cares. And I guess the last thing I don't want to keep you is, what was it like, I guess, seeing Daniel for the first time, like fully glammed up?
Yeah, it was incredible. More incredible was seeing him take off his shirt as Weird Al. Seeing him all glammed up, I picked the glasses. I was sort of walked through that entire process with him. But it was all those extra things, it's like seeing him in a silk kimono as Weird Al. Like, those were the real bizarre moments, for sure.
It's genuinely such a treat. It, like, one of my favorites of the year. Have a great night. Thanks. And thanks for making this movie. It's genuinely so much fun.
Thank you. So
yeah. All right. Hold it this way. Perfect. Thank you.
And then just continue after that. 1988. So peak out.
And look at him here now. Have you seen the film yet?
Yes.
Okay, so I was going to ask what you thought of Daniel Radcliffe's incredible transformation.
Unbelievable.
And he learned how to play the accordion for that.
I know, he's amazing, and he really, he attacks it with everything, and it's amazing to hear Weird Al's voice come out of him.
I know.
And it's deranged and wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Hello. Yes, hello. Live right to this camera. First off, absolute pleasure to meet you. Such a big fan of your work. The first thing I guess I kind of wanted to ask, you have such a fun part in this movie. Is there anything that you would like to say to, like, the viewers that will be watching soon about what they should expect, or what kind of expectations they should have going in?
Expect nothing and be delighted that 30-some odd years after UHF, we have like another Weird Al movie, and it has the amazing Daniel Radcliffe playing Al. It's just the best.
Do you remember, I guess, the first time you saw Daniel fully glammed up, what that was like, what was evoked?
Again, you guys shot this movie in about 6 hours. No, but seriously, it was like 18 days. So it was just, it was so tremendous. He just gives it like the full, like, Oscar Best Actor, like, intensity, and that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to ask is, Weird Al's been around for so long, and he's, like, I think has had an impression on so many people just throughout the years. Do you remember, I guess, your first interaction with him, his discography?
Yeah, I remember hearing Fat on the radio in the bus, like my bus driver playing it and being like, oh my God, this is the original song, but funnier and better. And that was my fall down the wormhole, and I've never come out.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. I don't want to take...
For making this a movie, Roku Channel.
It's genuinely wonderful, but yeah, no. Thank you so much. Hello. What's that? Yes. Hello. Oh, 1 second.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, I'm Reese. We're currently live with Roku.
Hi, everybody.
First off, absolutely love your outfit.
Thank you.
Very fun.
Al tonight.
Oh, that's so fun.
All the keys are Al's album titles. So
Also, I love your curls.
Yes. To Al, celebrating Al. So
I wanted to say, the first thing I'd like to ask you is, what was kind of your introduction to Weird Al? Do you remember or have like a story of the song that...
remember my sister bringing the cassette home, and hearing like a surgeon. I remember seeing the video. I grew up watching MTV. I mean, you could not escape Al and his brilliance. And to just have the opportunity to be here tonight, to live in this with Al is like, it's incredible. It's such a pinch me moment. I never thought this would happen in a career, ever. It's so exciting. Hi, everybody.
Another thing I want to ask is, this movie was made rather quickly. What was it like, I guess, that camaraderie of working with everyone who has like this common goal in mind to make this passion project?
Well, you know, it was really crazy to show up on set. And really what was wonderful is that everyone was so wonderful, so kind, so nice.
Yes.
And so weird. Like, I got to do a scene with Emo Phillips. I mean, are you kidding me? Emo's right over here. And the legendary, and everyone was just there because everyone loves Al. And everyone loves to celebrate Al and who Al is and what Al means and teaches to us, which is to celebrate our authentic self, to embrace our wonderful and to embrace our weird. And that's really how I've lived my whole life. And the fact that I get to be here loudly as my drag persona and celebrate my weirdness it's just fierce. It's
wonderful.
It's wonderful.
No, it genuinely is.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to just make sure that you can make your way down the carpet. But is there one thing you'd like to leave the people who are going to be watching this movie for the first time with? Any words, anything to expect?
Expect the truest, most authentic tale you've ever seen. No,
Perfect.
no. I mean, listen, be inspired by the beauty of Al's life and Al's and the hilarity that's here and about to ensue. So, hi everybody, happy weird.
Thank you so much, and have a great
weird.
night.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Everyone is dressed so wonderfully for the carpet. Oh, sorry. We have Emo here. Oh my gosh. Are we able to get a shot of him? Absolutely amazing outfit. Emo's about to make his way down the carpet. Hopefully he'll stop by. Oh, here he comes. And Mr. Daniel Radcliffe himself is on the carpet, dressed really well. For those who haven't seen the movie, obviously the people in the theater watching, you're in for a treat because Daniel Radcliffe gives one of my favorite performances of the year. He's genuinely so good in it, and I don't want to say too much without spoiling anything, but his commitment to the role is awe-inspiring. Genuinely so much fun. But yeah, if we want to get a shot of him, he looks absolutely wonderful. I don't know if we're going to be able to snag him. Hello. But yeah, as a lot of the people have been saying, this movie was shot over 18 days during the pandemic, which for, a movie is a relatively short amount of time. So it really is just a testament to the actors, the producers, the directors, who are able to make this happen and have it come out so wonderfully. I'm going to get my questions together. These were submitted on Twitter, so I'm excited to see what you guys came up with. Oh, perfect. Thanks so much.
Now, the message of this film is all about embracing your inner weirdness. So what would you say is the weirdest thing about you? In a good way.
I don't know. What's the weirdest thing about me? I mean, I guess like all of my interests. I don't know. I'm deeply in love with quiz show Jeopardy. But that's not that weird. That's just great. I don't know.
But you embrace your weird.
I learned all the elements in the periodic table when I was young. That's probably quite weird.
It makes you pretty smart. Now, when did you first, become aware of Weird Al's genius? When did you first hear a song of his?
I probably heard some of his songs when I was a teenager first, but when I really got into it was when I started dating my girlfriend about 10 years ago. Her and her whole family are devoted and obsessed Weird Al fans.
So what kind of cool points do you get?
They haven't seen it yet, so we'll see. But if they like it, then that'll be great. I got genuinely nervous when I was I'm gonna have to tell them I'm playing Weird Al.
Right. Now, when the trailer dropped, the internet kind of exploded because of your ripped physique.
That's very kind.
So what was the process like, and did you ever expect you'd have to get in that good of a shape to play Weird Al?
I mean, I did. Yeah, no. I have been my mum and dad are like crazy in shape people for being in their 60s. They both do like handstand press-ups and toes, but like, so that's the bar that I've always been like, oh, I gotta live up to that. So I feel like I've kind of just always been really obsessive, especially since I quit drinking, and I'm like a cliche of a person who switched that addiction to working out.
Well, good for you because it's working. Now, you've continued to reinvent yourself with all these different unique creative choices after Harry Potter, and you recently said in an interview you kind of modeled that on Harrison Ford's like post-Indiana Jones career in a way.
Yes, did I say that?
Well, that's what the headline on GQ said, but I'm just,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
curious.
Oh, right, I see what, yes, sorry.
I'm curious, you know, what goes into this decision of choosing these kind of different roles that are so outside the box from Harry Potter, and will you ever work with Harrison Ford? Because I'd love to see
Oh
that.
my God! Well, I mean, I'd love the chance to do that for sure. I think honestly, I'm in a position that so many actors would love to be, in that I have the freedom to just do the things that I want to do and the things that I look at and read and go like, oh, this would be really fun to do. And so far, I'm just sort of going with that. And apparently, I also have really weird taste, so that's why I end up doing weird movies.
Good taste. The very last question, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, obviously, we recently lost Robbie Coltrane from Harry
Yes.
Potter franchise. Devastating. Your statement was beautiful. What's you know, what memory of Robbie will you cherish the most during your time?
Honestly, just like Robbie was incredibly funny, and like when you're a young kid on a set, you can get bored about it. I think Robbie just recognized that we needed to kind of be entertained a little bit at first, and just like, you know, he was incredibly funny with like accents, impressions, and just was lovely with us.
It was like a fun uncle. Well, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Take care. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll look at you now. All right, there you go.
Well, we're here with Mr. Daniel Radcliffe. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. We're here with the Roku Channel, so this
Hello.
is going live to
Oh,
all
okay.
the premieres across the country.
Oh, all right. Okay. Hello, everyone in all the cinemas watching this, wherever you are. Thank you for coming.
Yes, I was going to start off by saying, is there anything that you'd like to say to the people who are literally seated right now about to watch?
That. And also I will add just that I genuinely so hope you love the film. Like we all love the film, and it's really special to be able to finally share it with people. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
This movie, I got to watch it earlier this week, is so much fun, and you are so good in it. Like, genuinely, it's so much fun to watch. I guess I wanted to first ask, what was the most fun about making something, especially during the pandemic, during, you know, a fairly tight production schedule?
Honestly, the fact that I got to do so many different things every day, the fact that one day would contain scenes where you're like, okay, you're doing a dance in this one, and a fight scene in this one, and a stunt of some kind in this one, and a song next, and just like having to kind of wrap your brain around that every day was incredibly exciting and like fulfilling and terrifying. But I'm glad it worked out.
Gotcha. The next thing I wanted to ask is kind of what was the process like of working with Weird Al himself? And especially during the filming of the movie, would he give you, I guess, kind of things that would work or wouldn't work, or...
You know, most of the time, his note he really left us to it with the notes for like in terms of performance and things like that, and the comedy. His main things with me were like accordion based, which is fair enough because even in a slightly unhinged biopic, you still, I think, want to look good at playing the instrument you are famous for playing. So he would just be like coming in being like, can you like be a bit more expansive and pump it more? And so yes, I did.
Also, we have some questions from people who are tuning in on Twitter. What was it like learning to play the accordion? Because that does not seem easy by any means.
It's very hard, but I'm very bad at it, and I have confidence that there are many amongst you who will be better at it than I was, and it is really fun. Even as terrible as I was, I still like got to a point where I enjoyed it quickly. So I recommend taking up the accordion.
Another question that we got in was, did you take anything from set? I mean, he has so many iconic looks, and they dressed you so well for this. I was curious if there is anything.
Yes, I took 2 or 3 shirts, which now that the premiere is happening, I can admit to. I'm sorry, costume. And I got a pair of shoes, and what else? And Al gave me an accordion, most importantly. That's the thing that I really...
Does it have a place in your home yet?
Yes, of course, it is. Pride of place in my living room.
And the last thing I kind of wanted to ask you about, so you can make your way down the carpet, is I guess just like, is there anything you'd like to say to the fans of Weird Al? And like, because he means so much to so many people, and you play him so well, and it's such a unique movie. But
that's really, really kind. I really do think that we've made a film that is in sort of no way actually representative of Al's life, but somehow a perfect way of honoring him. Like, that's what I hope. And so, yeah, I hope people out there feel the same.
I think they will. But yeah, thank you so much and have a great night, man.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers. Hello, nice to meet you. We're here with the Roku Channel right now.
Hello. Woo, woo, wind up your radio.
First off, I must say, I love your outfit, and I especially love the top hat and the glasses. Wonderful.
Much easier to pack in a suitcase that way.
Well, I guess because we're currently live, this is being broadcast as we speak to so many theaters around the country for people who are watching this for the first time. Is there anything that you'd like to tell the people who are about to watch this movie, what they should expect, or I guess what you'd like them to take away?
Well, it's excellent. Al co-wrote it himself and produced it, and it's not true perfectly, but it improves. You see, Al's private life has always been very quiet, but they had to do something like that, and Al realized that from the get-go, that he had to make this movie as funny as his songs are. So this is a parody of biopics, just like Eat It was a parody of Beat It. This movie is a parody of biopics.
You're played by the amazing Rainn Wilson in this movie. What was that like? Did you get to talk with him before? Were there any notes you were able to give him, or was it just a trust?
No, he came up with the character on his own. I still haven't met him. I thought he was going to be here tonight, but he's not. But he did a great job. He did a terrific job.
I was also going to ask, I mean, you and Weird Al are so iconic, and you've inspired so many people. For, I guess, the people watching us who, you've had an effect on their lives, is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Stay demented!
Thank you so much. But yeah, no, have a wonderful night. Oh, have a wonderful night.
You
Thank
too.
You so much, and it genuinely is such a fun movie.
You too.
One of my favorites of the year.
Sure.
But yeah, all right. Thank you.
Thank you to Roku too.
Yes.
They
For
treated
making this movie.
And Roku has treated me very well on this trip too.
I'm glad.
Yes.
Thank you. I think they're gonna have what's it called? Oh, my apologies. Oh, I think you're gonna stay here for a second. Another question I guess I'd want to ask is, do you remember, I guess, your introduction to Weird Al? Is it similar to how it is in the movie, or is it truly just?
Oh, yes and no.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
There's elements of truth in it.
Gotcha. Do you think, in any world, I know Weird Al has said that he would make another movie in about 33 years. Do you have any idea what that could be?
I hope I'm still around to see it.
I think so.
Because he's unpredictable. But he's predictable in one way. He's always going to give it his best shot. He works very hard. He's the hardest worker I know. Only Frank Zappa would compare to him as a workaholic.
That's an interesting comparison. I genuinely, yeah. But I guess, was there another thing? I know Al wrote the movie and, helped co-write it. Were you involved in that process at all, or?
Not in the slightest.
Okay. Would you have liked to have been?
Oh, I might have.
Okay.
But no. I'm a public figure.
Gotcha.
My manager told me I'm a public figure. I really have no control over it, as long as they don't libel or slander me. And they certainly did not.
But what's it called? I think they're going to have to move down. But thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, of course.
What is the first Weird Al song you made? When were you first exposed to his genius?
What's that?
That tracks, that makes sense. Now, I know you look like you were having the time of your life playing Madonna in this, and I know it was a childhood dream of yours obviously you were doing it in your bedroom all the time. So if you were to go and tell like teenage Evan Rachel Wood that you were going to be playing Madonna in a movie, how would she react?
She'd probably react how I reacted when I got the offer, just start laughing. Because it's just one of those things where like, of course, this is happening, but also I never would have imagined this in my wildest dreams.
Absolutely. Now, another musical I want to ask you about, though, is Frozen. I loved you in the sequel. What about a third? Have there been any whispers of it? Would you say yes if they did it?
I would do Frozen 3 in a heartbeat.
Right now we have Evan Rachel Wood right there, and I was just alerted that they're going to be doing the cast shot. So we're going to be getting all the filmmakers, all the people, the principal talent from this movie together in one quick second.
Does that kind of blow your mind to wrap your head around how early you kind of started with all this?
I was even younger than my kid when I started. I was 5, and they're 9 now. But yes, I do think about that sometimes, and I think I can't even imagine you on a film set.
Right.
Why was I doing this? You know, so.
But you know what? You still have such a great head on your shoulders, so you are doing fantastic.
It's in my best.
You beat the odds. I love that. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
We're gonna have you do the.
So now they're about to do the cast shot. We have Weird Al himself, Daniel Radcliffe, and Rachel Wood, all right there. A great shot. Or if we're able to pan. Iconic. And Evan's making her way in. Hello. Hi. Good. We're here with Evan Rachel Wood, and this is live to all the theaters playing this right now. So this is for the Roku Channel. Yeah.
Hi, Roku.
Well, first off, I kind of just wanted to ask, because there's a lot of people about to watch this movie for the first time, is there anything you'd like to say, I guess, as preparation or anything like that?
Everything you're about to see is 100% true and authentic, and absolutely happened.
The next thing I wanted to ask, you're playing you're playing Madonna, which is probably, it's got to be quite the undertaking. I guess I kind of wanted to ask, first off, you do amazing at it, but what was the process like? First off, like?
Well, first of all, be a huge Madonna fan your entire life. Start there. And then watch every interview that she did in the early 80s and every performance, and then try to incorporate as much as you can into the film, and then let it just go completely off the rails by the end. Yeah.
Were you able to talk to her at all in preparation, or was there any...
I did not get to talk to her in preparation for the film. I have met her before, and we've been friendly, and so I hope she has a good sense of humor about it. I think she does. She's the one that came up with the title Like a Surgeon, so clearly she got a sense of humor.
The next thing, these are coming from the people of Twitter. One question that they had for you is, what was the funniest scene in the movie for you to film?
The two come to mind. There's any scene with Rainn Wilson, I was a goner. I just couldn't stop laughing because he's just so dang funny. And probably watching Daniel give the most heartfelt performance in the diner with tears in his eyes while dressed like Weird Al. I couldn't keep a straight face because it was just, the juxtaposition was too hilarious for me.
And another thing I wanted to ask is, he's right behind us, but Weird Al has been an icon for so many years. Do you remember your introduction to him, his music, or is there sort of...
Yes, my mother used to play Weird Al like on road trips and things. So I've got memories, a lot of listening to Yoda. A lot. That was like one of my favorite songs when I was a kid. I think I heard that before the original, and so to me that's just always the only version.
And just because I want to make sure that you have time to get to everyone else, is there anything that you'd like, I guess, to leave the viewer with?
I think we've all earned a good laugh, and I think this is the best way to get it right now. It's just everything that you didn't know you need, but you need.
Also, you're genuinely so good in this, and like full commitment to the... I loved it so much. But yeah, no, I know audiences are going to love it too. You're great. But yeah, no, thank you so much, and genuinely enjoy the night.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Look. See what I have to deal with?
Well, let's just like take that negative truth and make it into this huge, dramatic, crazy, psychotic arc.
All right, fine.
It's okay. It was a good bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And next up, we have the man himself, Weird Al. And he's wearing an iconic Hawaiian. I'm so excited.
Well, we said he had to be exactly as ripped as I was in the 80s. Yeah. And famously, I have, that bod.
The bod.
The bod. No, actually, when we cast him, I had no idea. Yeah. I had no idea. And and we also didn't realize how many scenes there are in the movie where he's shirtless. But he's a big fitness person, and which is something I hear he got from his parents. But he's very into physical fitness, and it shows. Sure, yeah, a lot of trailer-worthy moments in that movie.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. The film is fantastic.
Thank you so much,
man. Can't wait for
the
world to see it.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Good to
We're
see
here
you.
with the Roku Channel, and we're currently live to all the theaters that are about to premiere this movie. Yes.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, as am I. But I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is, because this is going to be, for a lot of people, like right now, the first time that they see this movie, is there anything you want to say to them? Because they're literally in the seats in the theaters as we speak.
I just, you've heard a lot of things, prior to the movie coming out, and I just want to say, for the record, everything in this movie is absolutely true. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise.
Of course. The next thing I wanted to ask is Daniel Radcliffe playing you. Genuinely iconic, truly so good. What was the process like of finding him, and when did you know he was right for you?
Well, I always kind of had a feeling that he was the guy because, I saw him, in 2010 on the Graham Norton show doing Tom Lehrer's The Elements song, and I thought, oh, he's a huge nerd just like me, and I bet we'd be friends. I bet, I felt like we were kindred spirits. But, I didn't think like he should play me in a biopic. I just kind of tucked that away in the back of my mind. And then, like when we were casting this movie, Eric Capel and I started making a list of people that we thought would be good. And I thought, oh yeah, Dan would be good. And I also realized that he's done a lot of really interesting roles post Harry Potter. And he's also, the biggest thing is he's amazing at comedy and he's amazing at drama. And even though it's a comedy, there are a lot of like really intense,
No, this movie
dramatic
has a lot
moments.
of heart. Like,
Yes.
there's genuinely, like,
Yeah.
it hits you.
So I mean, Daniel had the chops and he had the attitude, and I just felt like he was the guy.
One thing, when you had just spoken to him, he heard that some notes that you had given were about his accordion playing. Is there anything you'd like to share about, I guess, kind of the tips you gave him, or what that was like, kind of just...
We told him he didn't really have to learn how to play the accordion, but it was a point of pride with him. He wanted to make it look real. And, you know, I gave him he had a friend named Pete that he worked with before he got to LA. It showed him some basics. I was getting, like, you know, videos of Daniel playing My Bologna on the accordion, like, in my email, which is crazy. And then we got to LA, I gave him some private lessons and worked with him a little bit. And I don't think he's ready to, like, you know, do a private concert. But I think he looks really good. And for the 3 or 4 people that you know, care or know, he's actually playing the right buttons.
Okay, that's really that actually is very nice to know. Another thing I wanted to ask, because of the fact that this movie is, although 100% true, is a parody of sorts, were there any, I guess, biopics or parody movies that you watched, I guess, in preparation to really get in that mindset?
Eric and I watched quite a few, and we watched you know, and a lot of trailers as well, and not only music biopics, but I mean, we also have, you know, references to like fake not biopics not based on actual people, like, you know, Forrest Gump and Boogie Nights and things like that. But yeah, we wanted to hit as many tropes, and the more of the biopics we watched, the more we realized they're all kind of the same. They all hit the same beats, so we just wanted to, you know, I have very little actual drama in my life, so we had to fabricate a little bit of the story.
I love the stuff that you added. Like, I had to do my own Googling after just to like check, but no, it's genuinely so wonderful. And then we also got submitted some questions.
Oh, okay.
I guess the first thing is, here we are. How did it feel the first time you saw him in the costume? Yes. Did you get a photo sent to you? Like, did you walk on set and he was there, or?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think I might have gotten a photo in my email, and I was like, wow, that's amazing.
And also, I know, like, there are a few shirtless scenes. What was, I guess, like, was there a decision made for him to get absolutely, I guess, kind of muscular for this?
That was a nice surprise, actually, because we cast him not knowing any of that, and also we didn't realize how many, you know, scenes in the script, you know, we were asking him to be shirtless in. But it worked out well because Daniel's very into fitness, and he's pretty ripped for this movie.
Also, it's 100% factual. So now I know that you were absolutely.
I was swole
exactly.
in the 80s.
Yes. And I know you have said it's been 33 years since the last movie.
Yeah.
In the event of another movie in 33 years, are there any ideas coming around to the head at the moment?
Well, I've been toying around with Nature Trail to Hell, the movie, you know, because I wrote that in 1984, and I thought, you know, maybe like, you know, 50 or 60 years after the song, it's time for the actual movie.
Gotcha. And then the last thing, just so you can make your way down, is there anything you'd like to leave your fans? Like, I grew up listening to your music. It was some of the first songs that legitimately, the first things like I discovered on YouTube. So I guess to people like myself, is there anything you'd like to say to them, like the Weird Al fans?
I would like to say to everybody that's ever enjoyed my music, I'd like to say, remember to floss regularly, because dental hygiene is very, very important.
Thank you so much. And genuinely, the movie is such a pleasure to watch. It is so much fun. But yeah, have a great night. But yeah, oh, what a gem of a human. That's a little bit of a dream come true. But yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I think that just about does the carpet. This has been such a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and also were able to hear some kind of fun facts from the cast. We tried to ask some questions that they haven't answered on their tour. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy the movie, because it should be starting very soon. All right. I'm Reese. Thank you so much.
She was talking to a friend of hers in Europe one day, and she didn't ask me to do it, but she just kind of wondered aloud, I wonder when Weird Al's going to do like a surgery. And her friend happened to know.
Oh, we're good? Okay.
Thanks, Reese. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you, Reese.